Opinionated Horsewoman here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome all new people to my channel. I am Opinionated Horsewoman, and tonight I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about an experience I had this last summer on a cruise with a little recommendation on a product for you guys. But first of all, I really would appreciate it if you would support my channel by hitting that subscribe button and click the bell for notifications on all my new uploads. At the end of the video, I hope you guys will give me a like and of course leave me some comments below, anything you've got questions or comments on what I talk about tonight. So last summer, I went on a Royal Caribbean cruise, and it was in the Baltic Sea. I was fortunate enough to be a passenger on the Serenade of the Seas, which is an older cruise ship for Royal Caribbean, but very nice, very nice. And so it was a 7-day cruise, and we departed and returned to Stockholm, Sweden, and made several stops throughout the Baltic Sea to several countries. So I did a lot of research before I went on the cruise, and I have published a couple of recommendations on products to bring with you on cruises and stuff, and I will go ahead and link those below. But one thing that I thought was really interesting, and that I had a little conflicting information when I kind of was searching on the internet and YouTube, was actually about power. So I was kind of warned, oh, you're going to be cruising on a European cruise ship, you know, you got to make sure you bring a power converter. And then I had other people go, oh, it's a Royal Caribbean, you'll be fine, it's an American ship. And that was pretty confusing, and I couldn't really find any direct information about the Serenade of the Seas on Royal Caribbean's site as far as that kind of information. So I thought, okay, probably need to plan for both possibilities. And then somebody's like, well, you're going to be spending a night in Stockholm, and, you know, that's definitely European. You're definitely going to need a power converter. So, well, okay. I definitely need a European power converter. And then other conflicting information I found out on Royal Caribbean was, oh, yeah, you can bring a like a power strip, I guess you would call it. You can bring one of those on board as long as it's not a surge protecting power strip. And saw lots of video on this, people saying, oh, you can always bring a power strip as long as it's a non-surge protecting, surge protecting equipment is not allowed on cruise ships because of the way the electricity is, blah, blah, blah. So, all right, I went on Amazon and I found a really nice power strip that had, you know, a couple of regular plugins for US plugins, and then it also had some USB ports. So, you know, a lot of our smart stuff can just charge via USB. You don't even need to bring a power converter. So I brought one of those and was, you know, found this information, Royal Caribbean, oh yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Well, fast forward to our trip. Definitely needed the European converter for charging our smartphones and camera type stuff in Stockholm. But when we went through security to get on the ship in Stockholm, to get on the Royal Caribbean Serenade of the Seas, my power converter was confiscated. They said, oh, nope. I said, well, it's not surge protecting. And then on Royal Caribbean's website, it says as long as it's not surge protecting. Oh, they were having none of it. And from what I gather, it's because it had a kind of like, I think it had a 3-foot or a 4-foot like extension cord to it. And that was a no-go. So I was pretty mad because I had bought it specifically for the cruise, and it was being confiscated before we even got on the ship. So side note is they give you a little claim tag and you get it when you get off the ship at the end of the cruise. But I was really worried. I'm like, okay, one of the things they told us about cruise ships is there's almost nowhere to plug anything in. Like, you might get 2 plug-in outlets in your room if you're lucky. More than likely it'll be 1, and they're like, if you're lucky, you'll get a power outlet in your bathroom, and if you're not lucky, you won't get any power outlets. So they're like, finding anywhere to charge anything is nearly impossible, which is why they say bring a power strip so you can plug stuff in and charge it overnight while you're sleeping. You know, you think about all our cameras that we take on vacations, they all have backup batteries that all needs to be charged. Your smartphone, if you're taking pictures or video with your smartphone, that all needs to be charged. If you're listening to music, you know, anything like that, it all needs charged, right? And if you have like one outlet, that's a problem. So I was very fortunate. Before I left, and at the recommendation of friends, I did buy a European travel outlet converter. And this is something I got off of Amazon. And it is an intense looking outlet machine thing. I mean, it's a cute cube, but like you press on the wrong thing and things pop out. And so like there's this, and then there's another one. Let me see if I can put these, I don't even remember how to put this back together again, but there's buttons you press, and then there's this one that's a different type of plug-in for a different part of Europe, and then there's this one, which is the American converter, right? I mean, that's an American outlet. I'm pretty sure the standard, if I remember, the standard European looks like that, and then I think parts of Europe, Eastern Europe might be kind of look like that. So, and then there's various places to plug in different types of, you know, things depending on the exact same situation. So I had gotten this, and that was great because on the bottom were 4 USB power outlets. So I got on the Serenade of the Seas, and we found we had one power outlet in our cruise ship by the desk. And it was a dual purpose outlet. It was both European and North American. So I could use this in the European format, or I could use it in the North American or American as well. So the outlet, it was a dual purpose outlet. It had 2 options for us, which was really nice. So I went ahead and we were able to use this, and we had 4 charging ports. So we were able to both charge our smartphones at night. I was able to charge the selfie stick I was using, and then one other item. So this particular one has 4 USB Smart. They're 2.4 amp each for a total, you know, it says total of 4.5 amps. So, you know, it's kind of a trickle charge overnight, but it didn't matter. We just made sure that when we got back to our cabin, we were constantly kind of charging anything that was getting low. So this thing saved my butt, because if we would have only had like one option to charge, one plug-in, and you know, say we had one power adapter that only plugged into one USB cord, we probably would have really had a horrible trip. We wouldn't have been able to keep our smartphones charged for picture taking, and the selfie stick and all that. So I definitely think this was a absolutely amazing buy. I didn't know it was going to do what I needed it to do. I really just kind of thought this was going to be, you know, if we have this European thing, it'll be no big deal, but I'm going to have, I was figuring I was going to plug in my power strip, which was going to give us 3 regular power outlets and then 4 USB adapters. So I definitely would say don't bother with the power strip option. You might get on in some cruise ships, you might be able to take it, but in most you're not going to be able to. It's just real hit or miss, and it was really disappointing to have that kind of taken and then be in a bit of a panic for what am I going to charge everything with. But invest in one of these. There's obviously different types and brands and stuff on Amazon. You can buy it probably, you know, Best Buy and other places, but I will go ahead and link down below in the description box to this particular product. Had really good luck with it. It held up well, was very happy, and it just came in a really simple white box, had a cute little itty bitty little instruction manual in it, and real easy to figure out how to use. There is a little fuse in it. I've never had that blow, but it ended up being a total lifesaver on our cruise ship. It did have the 4 USB. There were only 2 of us in the cruise cabin, and I would say that if you were a family of 4 in a cabin, you would hope you would have another outlet. I think we did have a second outlet in the bathroom, if I remember. So, you know, you might want to consider, if you're getting a cruise cabin for a family of 4, get a couple of these because they'll work in either a European cruise ship or a North American one. And then you've got a lot of USB options for yourself, and these will not get confiscated. They kind of expect to see this stuff when you go on a cruise ship. So, you know, you're traveling internationally, you're going to need some sort of adapter. So my total recommendation to you guys is skip the power strips, because probably 9 times out of 10 you're going to get it taken from you. And there was quite a pile of them too. A lot of people were really upset. They had done the same research I had done, where it was like, oh yeah, as long as they're you know, like I said, they're not a surge protecting strip, oh, they're fine, they're fine. Well, they weren't getting past security, they were having none of it. So do yourself a favor. These, I think, are like $20 or less on Amazon, and like I said, provided us with every little bit of charging that we needed. So that is my recommendation. I am going to do a few more of these types of videos and pull out some of my definitely my must take with you cruise, you know, cruise objects such as this. Like I said, I have done a couple of videos where I've kind of gone through a whole lot of products, but I'm gonna do some videos where I actually call out 1 or 2 products at a time that I think are really important. So hope you guys will tune into those. Check out, like I said, the previous videos I made, which I will go ahead and link below. And thank you guys again so much for tuning in on this quick video. I hope, again, you will hit that subscribe button and click that bell for notifications on all my latest uploads. Please please drop a thumbs up on this, give me a like on this video, and again, comment below. Would love to hear if you guys have had any kind of similar issues with cruising experiences, and how you handle them. And, you know, were you able to get a power strip on your cruise ship, or did yours get confiscated as well? Love to hear your stories. So thank you again, you guys. Have a great night, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.